In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use Claude Code completely for free. So instead of using the Claude Max plan or the Pro plan, you can see here that I was able to do this using this option that I'm going to show you in this video without any local model installed on your local machine. And furthermore, we're also going to test the capabilities of these models using a live demo, which I'm going to show you in this video. And lastly, I'm also going to show you what are the alternative models if you don't want to use the free models here, but still want to increase the accuracy when you're using Claude Code. And speaking of accuracy, I'm planning on making a video on how to improve accuracy for using Claude Code. So if you're interested, make sure to subscribe to this channel, comment down below, and I'll make sure to plan to make that video very soon. So pretty much that's what we're going to cover in this video. So if you're interested, let's get into this. Alright, so before we jump in, a quick intro for those who are new here. My name is Eric, and I spent years as a senior software engineer at companies like Amazon, AWS, and Microsoft. And I have started this channel to share everything that I learned along the way. From AI and coding to automations, Web3, career developments, and more. All broken down into practical tutorials that you can actually follow. And of course, we also have a school community where you can get access to all the resource, templates, plus our community supports. So if you're ready to level up, make sure to check out my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, so to get started, first thing first we're going to do here is navigate to OpenRouter AI. And this platform here allows us to use any large language models that we can connect to our Claude Code. Now, to connect Claude Code with OpenRouter, first what we're going to do here is to make sure that we have Claude Code installed on the local machine. And once we have Claude Code installed following these commands, what we're going to then do is basically connect Claude with OpenRouter. And simply what we have to do here is making sure that we have our API keys created inside of OpenRouter. And it's completely free. So in this case here, I'm just going to click on the OpenRouter API key here. And simply, you can see I'm navigated to the API key section. So I'm going to click on create here and be able to give it a name for the API key. For example, Claude Code demo, and simply click on create. And here you can see it gives you an API key that I can use inside of Claude Code. So we can have Claude Code here to call in the OpenRouter API instead of their own API. Okay, so back to the setup guide here. What we're going to do here is we're going to click on the project settings. That will basically set up your Claude Code connected to our OpenRouter here inside of your project instead of the root directory. Now I'm going to show you both options later on how you can be able to set this in your root directory. But first, I'm going to show you how we can do this in just a project level. So project level basically means that you have your own folder, you open it in your VS Code. That will basically using OpenRouter inside of that project directory only. And outside of our other project here, it won't be affected. Now, what you're going to do first is make sure that you have .claude/settings.local.json file created in your project root directories. So right here, you can see I have a project called bookkeeping app. And what I can do here is I can simply just click on the Explorer, right? If I were to collapse this, and here you can see I already created one called .claude folder. And if you don't have one, you can simply just gonna click on the file here, paste that .claude/settings.local.json, and it'll simply just gonna create that file directly. And because I already have this file created, you can see here this is the .claude folder, and inside of it I have the settings.local.json file. And if I were to open this, simply all I had to do here just kind of copy this entire thing, like this entire object for the environment variable. We're just going to set this here inside. So if I were to paste it here, you can see, make sure to add a comma here, and this is going to be the environment. And then this is the object, which contains a bunch of key value pairs. So for example, right here, you can see we have the base URL, which points to the OpenRouter API. And then we also have the auth token, which is where we're going to paste our API keys. And that's going to be from our OpenRouter. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to head over to the API key section for OpenRouter, make sure to copy the keys that we created here, and simply I'm going to navigate back to the VS Code. Make sure to set this here for the API key for the OpenRouter, and that's going to be the auth token. And lastly, what we're going to do here is to set environment variable to tell exactly which OpenRouter model we're going to call inside of Claude Code. So now back to the OpenRouter here, if you were to navigate to this page called free models router, and what essentially does here is basically going to route any select free models at random from available models out here. So right here, you can see it gives you an overview breakdown for the token usage by model. So here you can see 50% here route to this particular model right here, and less than 10% here route to these models right here. So my best option here is basically using the free models router here that's being offered by OpenRouter, so they can be able to route to any free available models out here in OpenRouter. So I'm just going to copy that right here and come to the VS Code, change that to the OpenRouter/free. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open my terminal session, and simply if I were to open Claude, right? And now you can see we're pointed to the OpenRouter free model here. And what I can do here is I can say, hi, how's it going, right? And let's see how long it takes to respond. Okay, so it took like 31 seconds here to respond. And you can see this is the answer that we get. But obviously these free models here that we have in OpenRouter here has no comparison compared to the Opus or Sonnet 4. These models here are top models, but these free models are free and they're only there for learning or demo purpose. So then you might be asking, well, I don't want to use models here that are Opus or Sonnet because they're very expensive. And I also don't want to use models here that are cheap because the accuracy that I'm getting here is really low. Is there somewhere that we can be able to meet in the middle where we can be able to use a model here that's not very costly, but also very, very accurate, right? Is there a model for that? And for that, there's also a section in OpenRouter here called AI Model Rankings, where you can get usage data from millions of user access models through OpenRouter. So for example, for this week here, for the leadership board, you can see that these are the models that are very popular based on the usage. And specifically, what I want to focus on is based on the use case, right? Let's say you're trying to use Claude Code here for coding, then there's actually a category here, right here, you can see called programming, where we compare models here by programming language on OpenRouter. So if you're using, for example, Python, TypeScript, or C++, you can be able to sort that based on the programming language and be able to see exactly which model here has the most popularity. So right here, you can see MiniMax 2 here, in this case, M2.5 here, has the most popularity on this leaderboard right here. And if I were to click on the M2.5 for MiniMax, you can see this is the model description. And literally, we can see the cost here is literally a fraction compared to what we have in Opus and Sonnet. And just to give you a real comparison, here you can see Opus 4.6 and also Sonnet 4.6 here is ranked number 4 and 5 out of the leadership board for programming. And if you were to open the Sonnet 4.6 here, you can see it costs like $18 combined for a million tokens for input and output tokens. And if it's Opus 4.6, you can see that it costs $30 combined with input and output tokens all together. So that at this point, you can see it's probably worth it to just get the pro membership instead if you're just going to use that Open with OpenRouter. But that's back to the MiniMax here. You can see all this combined is only $2, less than $2 per 1 million tokens. So in this case, I'm just going to copy the string, come to the settings.local file here and make sure to change that for the settings.local.json file. Make sure to change the Anthropic model here to point it to the MiniMax M2.5. And now we can be able to use that inside of a Claude Code. So now if I were to restart my Claude Code session here, if I were to clear my terminal and be able to start my Claude Code session again, you can see that now it's pointing to MiniMax M2.5. And if you're curious about where you can be able to get the status bar, make sure to check out this video right here where I talk about how you can be able to get the status bar on which model you're using and also the context window on how much you have consumed based on the current context window that you have. So then what I did here is basically say hi, right? That's basically my prompt, and let's see what it does here. So it says, hi, how can I help you today? You can see that we get a response here from the MiniMax M2.5. And then here inside of the status bar, you can see it took 45% of the context window and 91,000 for a token consumption. And if we were to head over to OpenRouter here, you can see for this request that we made in the MiniMax M2.5, this is costing close to 2 cents here, you can see for the cost, and 90,000 here for the token consumption. So now, lastly, what I want to do here is to test to see if it's able to trigger some of the functionality that Claude Code offers, like able to trigger sub-agents. So right here, you can see I give it a prompt saying that, hey, here's the MD file for the QA bug bash guide. And I want you to review this doc using different sub-agents, right? And try to review this doc and see if there's any edge case that we didn't cover inside of this QA doc. So right here, you can see it has launched multiple sub-agents in parallel to review this entire doc with different angles. And you can see here that we have different agents like end-to-end review agents here, security agents, data, performance review agents, and it has basically completed the review here using both 4 parallel agents. And here is the comprehensive summary of the entire edge cases that I have not covered in the QA guide. So you can see here, these are the entire summary. And here you can see if you were to read over the summary here, you can see it gives you the QA documentation on what are the gaps that it has found. So here are the results that we found from agent 1. Here are what we found from the agent 2 here, and also agent 3, as well as agent 4 here. And here you can see it gives you the priority recommendation on what to test first. So you can see that we are able to use the functionality of Claude Code combining with the power of OpenRouters, where we get a chance to select any model we want, free models or the best price model. You can choose that using this option, or even the Claude skills that we have available right here you can see. And what I want to show you next is basically the cost, right? How much does it really cost me to run this entire session? So now if we were to head over to the OpenRouter for logs, you can see that this is the entire logs that we have for this entire session. So I actually cleared the logs before I made the session call. And what you're seeing here is basically all the session call that's being made for this entire session. And if I were to take a screenshot of this and paste it to, for example, like Google, for example, it has calculated all the costs that is being made. And you can see that the total cost here is only costing 20 cents. sense. All right, so pretty much that's it for this video. And in this video, we went over how to set up Claude Code completely for free using OpenRouter. So if you do find value in this video, please make sure to like this video, consider subscribing more content like this. But with that being said, if you're interested to set up your Claude Code, combining with the power of your local model, then make sure to check out this video right here. So with that being said, I'll see you in a bit.